Anyway,
Chainsaw Man!
Chainsaw Man.
Some of that will still be in there. I'll cut around. I'll figure out. But
Yep.
anyway, so yeah, I guess we're technically out of the arc. Poor little Falling Devil. Falling Devil had one final amazing attack that you just know is gonna look incredible in the anime. The fucking whole ass building.
God, like this has been an interesting arc, right? Because it's been a little weirdly paced in my opinion, but it's worked so well for what the story is telling here. I love some aspects a lot more than others. You're right, that attack is going to look hella amazing.
Well, especially considering he's like motorcycle chainsawing through the building.
Right.
Like, it's gonna be like, I can imagine like the anime like doing a POV shot from like Denji's perspective as they're like driving through the buildings. Like
that's
they're
what I
seeing,
want
like,
so desperately.
They're gonna go crazy, dude. You know how many people, like, we didn't get to see this in the manga, but like there's gonna be like people clinging to the walls and like fly, like it's like gonna be that you know the Inception fucking scene where they're in the hallway and they're like there's just gonna be fucking bodies like and he's probably gonna fucking like drive through a dude and be like, I'm sorry, like
you know, he's going to be dodging the women, you know, because he respects women, but he's going to be intentionally running into some nonsense just in the fucking building, creeping on somebody.
Dodges 3 gorgeous women and then runs through like 20 ugly dudes. Like, yeah, sorry.
You're on r/incel anyway.
There's nothing I could have done. Nothing could have helped them. Wow. But yeah, no, I also like, we get a reveal kind of the intentions here. So in a way, Fami is a good guy here. Like, she's attempting to avoid it, which is so funny. Like, this, it seems so far that there's a trend with at least the horsemen we've met so far, right? Because Control in the form of Makima and also in the form of oh my god, I'm blanking. It's been too long since we talked about it.
Nayuta,
I remembered. I saved myself. Jesus Christ. My brain has been so elsewhere this last month. Anyway.
Dude.
Control in the form of both of those forms really likes humanity. You know what I mean? Obviously in Makima it was more like, oh, they're so cute. Oh, belly scritch? Yeah, belly scritch.
God
and then Fami is just a fucking fat ass, which is amazing. Fami's giving me like Gur vibes, like from Invader Zim. Like, obviously not in the way she acts, but in the sense that she's like totally food motivated.
So I have an interesting bit here. Since Fami is such a fat ass, you know, in terms of that, I wonder if it's kind of a personification of an ED too.
A what?
An eating disorder. Because there's no way that famine in that wouldn't sort of have some sort of correlation, given how much famine loves food here.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's, I mean, considering she's like the personification of famine, right, and like there being no food, I suppose she would be like super wasteful, right? I imagine like she'd be super wasteful. I could see this bitch, like, you know, we learn in this chapter she loves pizza and Chinese food, right? So like I could see her being the type of person that would like order 6 pizzas, eat them all, but like not eat the crust, like throw away the crust. You know what I mean? And like you know, like there's a fucking like poor little starving child like right in front of the dumpster, and she just like fucking kicks the starving child over and throws it in the dumpster. Because again, she represents famine, and which is like, you know, not having enough food, and like I think that the devil of that would be super fucking like what's the one? There's like a specific sin for eating too much. It's not just greed, right? Gluttony, yeah. She'd be super gluttonous and also super wasteful, I think, because that would make it even more insulting. You know, it would remind me of like Sanji's flashback, where like, you know, he learned to like save everything, even like the scraps, even the shit that's like floating in the dishwater, he's not going to throw away because like he had to go through starving to death for like 2 months, you know? Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting, right? But the fact, I love it. I think Fujimoto does this a lot. People that have noble goals, but for like stupid reasons. You know what I mean? Like Denji was about ready to save the entirety of humanity from the Gun Devil for like a single fuck sesh with Makima, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like
it's so wild to think about now.
And the millions of people that would be saved wouldn't give a fuck that was the reason. They'd be like, yeah, Chainsaw Man, we don't care why. I mean, you fucking did the right thing for the wrong reason.
Yeah, you saved us, but was the pussy worth it? Yeah.
He never even got the pussy. I mean, he got to eat the pussy. He got to eat the pussy.
Yeah.
But, like, was it worth it? I don't know. On that note, Vex, how do you like your pussy cooked?
You know, I've never tried baked pussy lips, okay? That's
Do you think you could bake it like a salmon and, like, it would, like, get nice and flaky?
I genuinely don't know how to respond to that.
With your honest thoughts.
You know, probably.
No, unfortunately, probably not. It's not.
It'd be more like baking a potato chip.
Well, we're like, oh god, what pussies are you looking? So I've only had experience with 2 pussies, and neither of them were like you know how like there's some that are more like innies where like you kind of have to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
I won't get too detailed, but like there are some that are like out, like you don't even gotta like search for it, and you see the roast beef flaps, and then there are some where it's like they're kind of more hidden, and you gotta do a little spreading to see them. You know what I'm saying? Both pussies I've interacted with have been more the innie, gotta spread it a bit. So I've never had the pleasure of an out there pussy.
Every pussy is a unique flower.
I know. We love them. We love them. With what is it like the point, like less than 1% of our audience that has a pussy? Well, I guess that's not how YouTube works, right? It's not. YouTube doesn't ask your biological sex. So anyway, I don't know how much of our audience. You know, I'm not gonna go there actually. Moving on.
Please don't. Please fucking don't, Red.
Anytime I ask a sexual question, you legally must be 18 or older to answer.
You're putting the Minecraft YouTuber disclaimer there. Absolutely,
yeah. The I will not be Tobuscus. Actually, you know what? Tobuscus wasn't even like pedo. He was just like he was fucking adult women, but being an asshole about it. Dream? Is Dream the pedo?
Yes.
One of many?
Allegedly.
Can't believe that.
I'm putting it allegedly there so I don't get sued.
Bro, what if we got sued by Dream? Imagine the clout. We'd make more money than we'd lose.
You know what? You're right. Hey, Dream. No, please don't. Please don't. I've already got death threats from your fans. Please don't.
I can't believe that man fucking did a face reveal, and then 2 seconds later
he got outed as
everyone
a pedo.
Was like, oh my god, I can't believe. How are you gonna do a face?
Look at that face and tell me you are not shocked, please, in the comments.
It's such proof that like a lot of people that do these like sexual crimes are like so unaware that they've even done anything wrong. You know what I mean? Like the fact that he had the balls to like you have the perfect thing going, dude. Like stay anonymous if you're out there doing sex crimes. You're fucking crazy.
Right?
Why? Oh my god. But hey, good thing his stupidity fucking outed him.
He still gets a million views plus a video.
Yeah, that's what the mask is.
Oh, copyright strike right there.
That's what the point of. What else? What else is there? Let me think. There's got to be more. Oh yeah. So I guess I mean, the interesting thing here, the main thing that's come out of these 2 chapters is
we're trying to prevent the apocalypse, essentially.
Which is interesting to me because I assumed that they were part of the apocalypse, right?
Right.
Like that was my initial assumption. But obviously, if we're going biblical with this, calm down, Mr. Smoker. If we're going biblical with this, the horsemen are not the apocalypse. They herald in the apocalypse, right? They bring it. So what's interesting is I wonder if they're going to go towards like one of those like I've always liked stories where it's like I desperately want to prevent something, but my existence is what's causing it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean by that? So like, what if the horsemen have a realization where it's like, oh shit, like we are by trying to stop it, we're bringing it. I could just see that being like a thing later. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's interesting, right? Because biblically speaking, they herald in the apocalypse, but we're still missing one horseman right now.
Right, and I wonder if that horseman is also going to be on board for stopping it, or if that one's like, nah, dude, it's time. We want it.
Right. It's an interesting concept because now...
The last one's death, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Because we got war, we got famine, we got control, which is kind of like strife, etc., etc. here. And so, yeah, we just need death. Which, honestly speaking, would be the one that would historically be like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't care. Bring it all on.
I think death, if my instinct is to think that death would want it to happen, because if we're going by motivations, right? Nayuta wants to control people. She finds people cute, so she wouldn't want people to all die. Famine loves our greasy ass heart attack inducing food, so she doesn't want people to die. Death wants people to die. Thanos knows this best.
Watch death be like the fucking Buddha in this universe, just because it's Fujimoto.
I mean, he'd have to make it make sense. You know, don't just subvert for subversion's sake.
True, you know, I don't want to go down that route, but it's very possible given Fujimoto's, you know, storytelling style.
I think he could find some sort of way. I mean, maybe you could do like yeah, dude, I don't want it to end, because if it all ends, then I never get any more souls ever again. But if it keeps going, I get infinite souls, because he'll keep, you know what I mean? Maybe it's one of those.
Yeah, you know, or maybe he'll be in favor of like glassing the planet and just letting nature retake its course and, you know, redo evolution from the beginning. You know what?
That is the answer.
Go for it, Death Devil. I mean, do it IRL, please.
Well, wait until I'm like 80 and then do it. Like, I still want to live.
Well, Brad, we're not going to make it to 80. The rate we're going.
I'm not that negative about it. I think we're going to be able to live relatively normal lives until we're hitting 50 or 60. And then I think it's going to transition into Mad Max mode. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't think it's going to hit. I feel like people think it's going to hit like tomorrow. It's going to be a slow worsening of things until it's like so bad that it's Mad Max time.
And by the time it gets to Mad Max / Fallout, I'm just putting a bullet in my head. Fuck it. I'll be too broke. I'm already broken down enough to where, like, I would not survive an apocalypse. I always used to say, like, I had a zombie plane. I might have when I was 16, but my body is not as good as it used to be.
I put all that energy into fucking and sucking.
Honestly, yeah, a lot of it went into fucking and sucking.
Now, you know what? That has, to me, that brings in an interesting question, right? The question now is, if the horsemen are not the apocalypse that we're trying to prevent, what is? Like, what is coming? Because I would have thought the horsemen being like some of the more higher up.
It's the Christian God.
I would have. Yeah, well, maybe, knowing Fujimoto, but so I would have thought they would have known. You know, I was really expecting the horsemen to, even if it wasn't them, for them to know. But the fact that they're even, I don't know, they're speaking about it. Well, I guess maybe she kind of does know. But, like, yeah, I guess that's my main question now is, like, what is it exactly that they're trying to prevent? They talk about how it's going to be, like, the end of humans, age of devils. And I like Fami here because, again, like, you see this a lot in shows where it's like, yeah, dude, we're going to take over the planet. And then they turn it into, like, a fucking wasteland. And it's like, who did this make happier? You know what I mean? Like,
right,
Fantastic
honestly.
took over the planet, but now it sucks. Like, what's the point?
Yeah, it's one of those moments, like, I genuinely wonder what the Age of Devils would look like, right? Because we've seen stuff in shows like Devilman, right? Where it's just utter chaos. You got people drinking blood and snorting cocaine off of devil titties. And then you have shows where you have like a sort of pseudo-normal life style, kind of like Lucifer, you know, where you have the literal embodiment of the devil walking the earth, trying to, you know, take over mortals, yada, yada, yada. But we never really seen, like, an in-between that, where, like, think the underbelly of Coruscant for the Star Wars nerds here, right? Where you have, like, the bottom city underneath the Senate, and then you have all of the fucking, you know, the rich, posh people up top, right? Where you have, like, the Jedi Council and all that going on. And you can have a moment like that where, like, the seedy underbelly ends up being what the humans have to resort to, the remaining mortals that would live, but, like, the devils, you know, are reigning up above.
Yeah, I got a different vibe. Hold on, I gotta swallow. My mouth is all dry, I don't have any water. Anyway,
it's the worst, isn't it?
Yeah. So the vibe I got was more full human extinction, right? And because Fami specifically says, like, this happens, Chinese food and pizza won't exist. I'm sorry. Even in the worst apocalyptic conditions, you have 100 people alive, one of them motherfuckers is going to make a pizza. All right? That's human nature. You know what I mean?
I mean, you could even make a prison pizza, for God's sake. You know?
Yeah, so, like, if pizza and Chinese food don't exist, people don't exist. Like you know what I mean? Like, so
I've seen it too often in fiction where they say, like, this is the end of blah, and it just be like, well, there's still like 50 or 60 of those blah floating around, you know. That's why I use Star Wars as an example.
But this is Chainsaw Man. I take Fujimoto at his word.
That's true. That's true. Like, he has been a man of his word, you know, so if it's the end of whatever, it'll probably be the end of whatever. But that's one thing that's always eluded me.
They're going to stop it. I think eventually they're going to stop it. I don't think it's going to go. Yeah. But again, I genuinely think if, like, because we talked about this earlier in a different video about, like, the differences in devils. There are some that are a lot more intelligent and, like, humanoid, and there are some that are really animalistic. I think when I picture the Age of Devils in Chainsaw Man world, it's probably just a world where, like, nature has retaken and, like, devils just, like, go around just, like, fuck, it's like free for all and just you know what I mean? Like, I think there are some intelligent ones, but I think the majority are like the Bat Devil, you know? Which yes, I know the Bat Devil kind of has intelligence, but, like, not
it's lot. Essentially like there's a scene in the OG Devilman manga that I just lost my absolute shit at, where it was the beginning of the apocalypse there, and the fucking military is just getting one-shotted by devils where they're just trying to stand their ground. I'm like, yeah, this is exactly what would fucking happen. Why would you even stand there? Like, just go say your goodbyes to your family. These are literal devils going on. It would be chaos, you know, even with, like, the fodder level devils, and there would be no chance for most things to even have a chance.
Well, I think what it is like, because, like, the higher up devils, like Fami and, like, Control, like, they kind of see the big picture where it's like, yeah, we're devils, but, like, the way that the Earth is now, there's at least fun shit to do, you know, but, like, whereas, like, the lower class ones, like Bat Devil, Cockroach Devil, they're not going to go and see a movie. They're not going to go and get a pizza. They just want to eat flesh. They have more carnal, you know, animalistic desires. And I think that, like, the Age of Devils would essentially bring that, where they're just going to come up, start eating all the humans. I think maybe if humans do still survive, they might do some Promised Neverland, like, farming shit of them, where they just, because they probably want a sustainable food source. But obviously in that situation, yeah, pizza wouldn't exist because all the people would be like, you know, food.
Yeah, you two over there, fuck. Give me your baby. I want to eat baby's brains. You know, that's...
I need some veal.
You made it 20 times darker than I was. Goddamn. But yeah, you're right. Like, that would essentially be like what would go on. Like, the smarter devils would probably put something like that into play, and then we would see, you know, the Promised Neverland done right.
Yeah, and that's why it's so interesting that some of these higher up devils are, like, against it. So that makes me think and the fact that Nostradamus, his predictions are that good. Where, like, like, Nostradamus predicted some shit that, like, the horsemen will struggle to stop. Not obviously, that's not saying that, like, Nostradamus spawned it into existence, but, like, what that means is, like, whatever this is, it's almost like a force of nature. Like, it's not something that's actively happening based on the horsemen wanting it to happen, but rather it's just, like, a thing that is going to happen and always has been going to happen since the beginning of time.
Yeah, I find it funny we're utilizing Nostradamus because he does have some, like, great track records early on, but, like, a lot of the stuff that he predicted, like, for our generation never came true because we were able to start preventing things by actual human progression.
Right.
So, but this is, like, in the 90s, obviously, like, humans haven't progressed to the point where we could actually utilize, like, things that would stop the progression of global warming to an unobtainable or undefeatable, like, instance, but now we're right back to making it worse. But, you know, like, there's a lot from our generation that never came true in his predictions.
Yeah, I should look up a list of this shit at some point. It's interesting.
Yeah. I remember, like, during my parents' generation, like, it was a lot of stuff that happened because I got really fascinated with him when I was in middle school, but I don't remember a lot of the shit. But It's interesting, right? Because we're using a real life human figure too in this, which is wild to me. I fucking love that Fujimoto goes there.
Yeah.
So now that we're out of this arc, right? Because we've kind of talked about all there is to talk about.
Before we talk about future stuff, I did want to talk. I really like the one scene of her in school.
Okay.
She's so fucking cute.
Right. Yeah.
And she's using the Yoshida. The Yoshida strategy of like, oh hey, do you want to help me save the world? She's like, nah, dude, got school. Sorry.
I love it. I love it.
And like this little panel of her, like it's so cute how she is literally the control devil, but like Denji's he's raised her in such a way where she still is invested in like her like human life, and I think that's really nice.
It is a nice little touch, right? Because it's showing that he's making her, at least for now, better than Makima, which was the goal.
Absolutely. She's definitely better than Makima. She still has, there's still kinks to work out, right? With the whole, like, no, you can't have a girlfriend. But in a way, it's kind of like he's being kind of like a sacrifice, for all of humanity, because he is taking on all of her, like, obsessive impulses, whereas before Makima was, like, doing that with all of humanity. Now it's, like, only him, basically.
It's interesting, right? Because there will eventually be a breaking point for Denji, I feel like.
Yeah, they're going to have to move past this wall they're at some point, for sure.
And I'm genuinely curious what that breaking point will be. Will it be Asa, or will it be something else?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be Asa, because oh, fuck, hold on, I got to get over Lane real quick.
So, like, if it's Asa, I'm genuinely curious, like, how that will go down, because this is still the Control Devil versus the War Devil, right? At the end of the day.
Well, so now, that's another good conversation, right? Because the War Devil, the last we saw her was Asa, quote-unquote, betraying her, right? It was Asa, being like, Chainsaw Man's right there, and Asa's like, nah, you're not going to kill him, and then War Devil's like, I knew you. I should have never fucking thought that you would do it. So like War and Asa are gonna have some making up to do as well, and they're gonna have to maybe come to the realization that Chainsaw Man is not the real enemy here. It's whatever's about to end the world,
right?
Because that brings us to another thing we haven't talked about yet. Fami specifically has been harassing War Devil because she believes that War Devil holds the key to preventing whatever this is, which I think probably alludes to the fact that even though War Devil is probably one of the stupider ones, she's also she has the potential to be one of the more powerful ones, right? Because of her ability to make weapons based on things. If they pick the right thing, they could potentially have like a universe buster weapon. You could make the fucking Gurren Lagann mech. You know what I mean? Like,
so
me, right?
what we need to do is we just need to get War Devil to kill Goku, and then we got our.
Well, but it's about how much they care, how much guilt they'd feel turning into a weapon. It's not about how powerful the thing she's turning into a weapon is.
Yeah. So
it would have to be something so unbelievably, like, you'd have to feel so, I mean, you could probably, like, turn the whole Earth into a weapon or something, and that'd probably be pretty good.
Right, let's just eat the planet we're trying to save, That's some
that seems like good. That seems like the type of logic that War Devil would use, I think.
It is, and I hate that you're not wrong.
How can they destroy the Earth if the Earth is my weapon? Huh? They can't. Solved.
We just gotta get all the people off the Earth first. Elon Musk, I know you're just a fucking twinkle in your dad's nepo eye, but let's do it.
It reminds me of Elon Musk was fucking alive in the 90s. His ass is old.
You're right, but I thought it was funny.
What was I gonna say? No, it was funny to an extent. You were just incorrect. No, I like that clip of fucking Kanye West on the. I think it's like edited to an extent, but like it's Kanye West on the Joe Rogan podcast, and he's just like, "How much does the Earth cost? What if I buy the whole Earth and become king?" Like that. I just imagine Yoru literally, because like that's what they did with the fucking aquarium. Oh, that's right, because they have to own it as well, right? So like that's what they did with you have to own it, and it's like how guilty. So like, I love the. Imagine that clip with War Devil is so good. What if I buy the whole Earth and turn it into a weapon?
Somebody make a fan edit of that. Somebody get on that, please.
How much does the Earth cost?
That is really some Kanye logic, though.
Well, they just have to believe that they own the Earth.
Right.
So, like, that's, again, you need to fucking...
We need to bring Power back. She's dumb enough to believe it.
Yeah, well, but Power doesn't have War Devil's fucking... Power can, like, fucking, like, hypnotism War Devil. Like, you are the best. You are the greatest. No one can stand up to you. Except for me, of course, because I am Power. Yeah. Anyway, but I guess like future predictions, we can start wrapping this up.
Yeah. So like my question is like, if we get to the point where like Nyata and War have that little one-on-one fight over Denji, I'm genuinely curious how that would go down. Who would actually be more powerful here? Because
I don't know if it's gonna take place as like a fight. I feel like it's going to be more of like a talk. I feel like there'll be a fight, but I feel like the fight isn't going to be the integral part of that. It's going to be like a conversation and a renegotiation of boundaries. They're going to have to come to some sort of agreement, right? Where it's like, you can't fucking control me all the time anymore, Nayuta. Like, I love you, but like, you can't do this. And there might be like a bit of a skirmish, you know, if Nayuta gets like super pissed. I would imagine at this point, the thing with War Devil is, it's tough, right? Because like, their powers have to do with different things, right? Control's power is if I believe that I am higher than you, I can control you. And I think, especially now that she's like a bratty little kid, she probably believes she's higher than most people.
Right. That's why I find it so fascinating, right? Because like Control would already feel like she's above War, because War is just a extension of Control.
War would have to do a power play to like actually like intimidate Control, I think, right? So I think War only wins if War can get their hands on like a really powerful weapon and kind of flex a little bit and make Control.
We just need to get War an AR-15, right?
Ha ha ha! Very funny. What was I gonna say? And then we also learned in this chapter how Famine's power works, which I love. Anyone who's starving, she can turn into their pawn.
And that makes perfect sense when you think about it.
I love that. Well, that's why she wanted to like trap them in there until War and Asa were both starving. So, like, and I love that too, right? I love the logic of Famine. It's not like, God forbid you go up to War and ask War, like, hey War, we're trying to save the world. Would you like to help? Nah, she's like immediately skips to like, I'm gonna use my slave powers to make her my slave. They're your sisters, which makes me think either A, Fami is a very direct person where she's like, I don't even want to fucking waste my time asking. I'd rather just enslave you. Or B, they've had previous instances where they're like, hey, War, sister, could you help me? And then War's like, no, fuck you. So
I want nukes back.
Yeah, War, I have a feeling War has been like, basically like I don't know, like just sad boy Twitter posting since they got the nukes gone. But they haven't been the same since the nukes left. They've just been like one of those friends that like every time you hang out with, you have to be their therapist, and you're like, yes. Yeah, that sucks. and I used to have nukes. I was so much more powerful. Yeah.
Please, betterhelp.com/chaos.
She'd post on Facebook, like, I'm nothing without my nukes, with like a picture, and then people would be like, no, girl, queen, you're queen, slay. It's like, I can't slay without my nukes.
Now, we just gotta plaster a trans pride flag on a Raytheon missile right now, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I get, there's definitely something going on with War, right? Because War, depending on what body she's inhabiting, can be any gender. That's pretty fucking trans.
Right. I love that. You know, on the topic of trans, did you notice the lighting around Spider-Gwen during Across the Spider-Verse?
Hold on a second. Yeah. I mean, it's funny, right? At first, I was like, okay, maybe she's just like an ally. But the thing that turned me was the fact that her fucking cop dad had a trans flag on their. That's no fucking cop.
No cis white cop is gonna have that on there.
Yeah, that Gwen absolutely has to be trans. Because at first I was totally willing to be like, okay, she might just be an ally. Yeah. I don't want to.
It was the speech for me, like the hiding part of herself, and then all the lighting turning to trans colors. It was just like, yep, This is just literally a trans allegory right here. Go, please, thank you.
Yeah, and then the BLM pin on Miles' bag, I loved too.
You know, every alt-right user on YouTube is hating on the movie right now, and I'm just...
I love it. I want to hide all of the best amazing movies beyond quote-unquote woke stuff so that the conservatives literally can't watch all the good movies. That's what I want. Because there's one or two things are going to happen. Either they're going to fucking not be able to watch. They're literally, because my goal is to make conservatives as like alienated from society as possible. I want them gone, right?
Yep.
And when I say that, I don't mean like I'm not fucking talking about murder. I'm saying like, okay, this is I'm gonna go into one of my political like fucking theories right now. So this is what we're doing, okay?
Okay.
How did we get to a point in society where everyone universally was like, yeah, slavery is probably pretty bad, right? We got there based on, and I'm talking after the laws are passed and shit.
Mm-hmm.
We got there by saying, okay, imagine you go up to someone and be like, yeah, dude, actually, I want a slave. And you were like unironic about it. Almost everyone, even conservatives, would be like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Why? Because we made it unacceptable, right? So that's why when people get pissed mad about cancel culture, that's fucking democracy at work, baby. If the things you are saying are so reprehensible that people are disgusted to be around you, that's in a normal human world pre-internet, that was like a sign like, maybe if I want to keep my friends, I should shut the fuck up about my secret feelings about how I think white people are better or whatever. But now that the internet exists,
you log on to twitter.com and you see people unironically saying, I want to own a black person.
Yeah. Well, because it started even in the early days of the internet, right? It started with like, okay, if your IRL friends are saying, hey man, we don't like hanging out with you because you're literally racist, you can go and find yourself a racist forum, and you don't need those friends anymore, right? And like so like that's unironically one of the biggest things that changes people's minds is being ostracized.
Mm-hmm.
If the best movies of the year all have trans shit and BLM shit in it, at some point you're either going to be like, damn, why does everyone love this and I don't? What is wrong with me, right? So I love that. I really genuinely love that one of the best movies of the year is just coded in it. And like, I love that. It's so good.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? Because like you see the pushback right now, especially between both sides, right? I fucking hate rainbow capitalism. It's cringe. It's disgusting that we're being commodified.
Here's what it is, Vex. It's a good thing for a bad reason. So I take the good thing.
Yeah, I take the good thing too. And right now, like you saw my post, like right at the beginning, like this is going to be the year where we see what companies actually value us.
Yeah.
And I genuinely still believe that. Like, you see now, like, any company that sees just, like, a little bit of backlash in their stock portfolio, they're changing their flag back on their profile picture.
As far as I've seen, it's just been Target.
It's not just Target. It's, like, the companies will just, change their cover photo or their profile picture and all that. You see, like, companies slowly just changing back to their default logo because of a little pushback.
And you got to decide what you like, right? Because you just talked about how you didn't like it, right? So that's why my read on the situation is, even though like just know that it's not for a genuine reason. They're doing it to virtue signal and get money. Yep. But I would always rather them be doing that
than nothing at all.
Than nothing, or even worse, than agreeing with the fascists, right?
Exactly.
Because you go back to Nazi Germany, the business interests were super in line with the fascists because the fascists wanted to cut their taxes. You know what I mean? So, like, keep in mind, it will always be better.
Yeah.
Even if it's for dumb reasons, that the CEO actually secretly hates gay people, but they still do the rainbow. It will always be better simply because why? It pisses off conservatives. It pisses off reactionaries.
That's exactly like Tesla. Like they have those diverse subgroups inside their company, but look, their CEO is Elon Musk. One of the most notable transphobes on the planet.
Yeah, so you can criticize motives, but like, I think you should, we should be happy that they're doing, because like little things like that make people feel more accepted. Like the type of person, I saw a really good tweet earlier. It was like, pride is for that little boy or little girl that thinks they'd be better off dead than gay, Right? That's what seeing those colors is about. Because like, and the more like normalized and accepted it looks, the more lives you're saving. Right? So even if it's for like a dumb reason, like I say fuck it, right? Because I used to fall into that trap as a kid. I was like, I was like mega cynical. When I say a kid, I mean like a high schooler. I was mega cynical. I was like, these companies aren't really progressive. And it's like, at the end of the day, like, sure, mention that, but it's not the most important thing. The most important thing is how normalized is the thing we're trying to normalize. Yeah.
So, like, for me, like, this is the year, like, where it's make or break for a lot of these companies. But the funny part is, you see a lot of those reactionaries boycotting all these brands. Eventually, they'll have nothing left to boycott. So they'll have to be making their own clothes. They'll have to be making their own trucks that they can super lift because they have a micro penis. They'll have to be making all their own fucking food, growing their own crops. And, you know, they'll have to essentially go back to monkey. Because
they'll round back around to what they thought they hated.
Yeah,
they're gonna have to make communes.
Yeah, it's so funny to me. Like, that's a possible outcome of this, especially.
That's what I'm saying, though. I want to fucking drown them in fucking trans rep, and like I love another thing that I love about the Spider-Verse movie is that it's so representative. There's so many different like cultures and ethnicities. It's so
disabilities
fun.
And everything. It's such a unique piece of cinema that I'm sad that we gotta wait like 6 more months before the
I
new one.
love the Indian Spider-Man so much, and the Punk Spider-Man. I love them all.
Yes, I've always loved Spider-Punk.
The Indian one though was so good too.
And this is where the British stole all our stuff.
He was the first fucking happy Spider-Man. I love it. He's like the only happy Spider-Man, and then it's revealed.
Well, I mean, it's the Spider-Man curse. Like, they are always doomed to suffer.
Well, that was what it was, right? He was like happy, but then it was like, nah, dude, it's because his fucking canon event hasn't happened yet. This is Spider-Man pre-Uncle Ben right now. All right, we should wrap this up though. I'm sitting in the parking lot of the grocery store.
Yeah. So like the last little bit here is like predictions, yada yada yada. I think we have another week before this, which is perfect because we're both going to JFAX.
Yeah.
Are you going all 3 days, or you?
Absolutely not. Like JFAX is, I love it. It's so small. What do you do for 3 days? Like, I barely even can find things to do for 3 days on the big con, dude. Like,
oh yeah, like I don't go all 3, but I'm gonna be going 1 day with my partner, so I figured I'd just get the 3-day pass to say fuck it.
No, just one, and I'm trying to decide if I want to do Saturday or Sunday. I wish I could think of a place. When are you on Saturday? Are you going alone or who are you going with?
I'm going alone Saturday.
How are you getting a ride?
I was going to just Uber, but I mean.
No. See, before you think I'm offering you a ride,
yeah.
I hate parking.
Yes, I know.
So much. And I just want, I wonder what direction, I wonder if you could, fuck. I don't want to park. I don't want to park so bad. I was trying to think if there's like any way that, like.
We could carpool in any capacity in an Uber or whatever.
Yeah.
Either way, you'd be stuck parking somewhere. But no, so like we're both going to JFAX, so like it's perfect that we'll have this week break. The thing for me for the next chapter, obviously we gotta wrap up the trip back to Earth, right? Or the trip back to like our dimension, so to speak. We gotta wrap up the effects of this power here, essentially. Is what's next for the story. Because I don't think when we ended the chapter, we weren't fully out of the effect. From our perspective, we were just doing Yatta's school. We haven't seen Denji and Asa out of the effect of the Falling Devil.
I think they're back on Earth.
Let me pull up the chapter really quick.
Well, that was a couple chapters ago. Because, like, remember they were running around in the dimension? Yeah, because they're on Earth, man. They stole a dude's motorcycle.
Brain.
Because remember they got in the beginning of 129. They run through the door and they get back on Earth.
Right. So, shit. So we got everything we need from this. So there's no need to even wrap up, even. Other than
yeah. Well, I mean, we just need they're passed out now, so I guess we could start with them back in their house and then kind of like find out how they got there. Nayuta might just carry Denji back, and then Control. Fammy's right here with Control. And Control, or I'm sorry, Fammy's right here with War, and she wanted War, so Fammy might just take War and Asa to do something with them. So I mean,
yeah.
The question is, does Fammy like Team Rocket away? And I don't know why she would though. I mean, she's right there. But I guess Fammy is the implication is that Fammy can't do anything unless they're starving. So I guess, I mean, Fammy, if she wanted to, could just like drag her back to like a fucking like a abandoned building and lock her in a cage until she's starving if she wants. I don't know. I mean, will she do that? That's the question.
Yeah, like there's a couple ways we could do it. We could do it like where she just holds War hostage here, but at the end of the day,
because fucking Control won't care. Control is just gonna drag fucking Denji back. Like, oh, you want Asa? Sure, take her.
Yeah.
Fuck that bitch. I thought I told Denji to stay away from this fucking bitch. Yeah, that's got to be a conversation that they got to have now because Nayuta has now seen Denji on a motorcycle with this bitch that she said to stay the fuck away from.
Yeah, so we could see them cooperate here in that capacity, but Denji's just going to save her. That's going to be the next bit if that happens. So we'll have that conversation like, you cannot prevent me from having friends, nor can you prevent me from getting pussy.
What a obviously it's different because it's fucking Control Devil, but like what a conversation to have with your fucking like adopted 10-year-old daughter.
Right.
You cannot prevent me from smashing puss.
You will not cockblock me.
Yeah. If I knew that my sex life was gonna be this dry, desert dry, I would have never adopted you, you motherfucker.
Some next level guilt tripping of a kid.
I should have gotten a fucking dog. Women love dogs.
I should have kept one of Makima's dogs.
Yeah, I forgot. He does. He has like 9 dogs.
Right.
I have 9 dogs and no pussy. How are you going to do this to me?
I have 9 dogs and no pussy.
The only pussy I got is Powers, and I didn't want that shit.
It stank, That bitch needed to do...
To clarify, I was making a pun about her cat.
I was making the joke that he actually probably washed Power's pussy when they gave her a bath.
Oh, God, that's so... I don't like thinking about that. Wash your own damn pussy, girl. God damn.
Tell me I'm wrong, comments.
Well, Power's got the Foo Fighters thing going on, where she's just a dead woman controlled by a different organism. So both of their pussies stink. You know that fucking meme? Like, hello, Power from Chainsaw Man. Hello, Foo Fighters from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And then they're shaking hands, and then the label is having a stinky pussy. You cannot convince me otherwise.
Oh,
and with that,
peace.
all right.